Hello, welcome back to We Are the Arsenal. I'm JC. I hope you're doing well. And today I've got a match preview lined up for you. It's Arsenal versus Brentford at the Emirates this Saturday. So the whole point of today's video is to bring you all the information that you need before kickoff. If you do go on to enjoy today's video, please do drop a like and subscribe if you're new around here. And I do hope that you are enjoying some of the new content on the channel. But let's waste no more time at all and jump straight into things. So as per normal, we will be running through the recent form, and Arsenal did win their most recent game. So fingers crossed, Arsenal can make it 2 in a row. Unfortunately, Martinelli was sent off in the last game, and there's a big discussion at the moment as to whether or not Arsenal have a disciplinary issue. My personal feelings on this is that Arsenal don't. We've just been extremely unlucky, very, very circumstantial when breaking it down into individual incidents. But nevertheless, Arsenal did pick up a 1-0 win and 3 points away from home. A really, really, really big victory. Prior to this, though, Arsenal did pick up a point at home against Burnley before not winning many games before this. Now, Brentford, on the other hand, have come into this game with some very mixed form, poor form, if you will. They did manage to pick up a point at home against Crystal Palace, but prior to this, 4 losses in a row. And I think their last win goes all the way back until the 8th of January in the FA Cup and the 2nd of January since they last actually won a Premier League game. So form is definitely on Arsenal's side, to say the very least. And hopefully we can take full advantage of that heading into this fixture on Saturday, given how we lost the first game of the season with COVID and everything else that came along with it. Now, Brentford, prior to actually playing Arsenal at the start of the season and in the Cup back in 2018 or 19, I think it was, they hadn't been in the Premier League for 60, 70 years. So as you can see on screen, there aren't many games that have been played between the both clubs. And Brentford, funnily enough, actually trump Arsenal in this department, having won 6 of all of the meetings, going all the way back until 1902, when Arsenal were actually referred to as the Woolwich Arsenal. Arsenal have won 4 of these meetings, and 4 of which have ended in a draw. Now, injury-wise, it's a little bit touch and go with certain players. Obviously, Gabriel Martinelli is suspended for Arsenal. Bern Leno is said to have an illness. I think it's COVID-related, so he's being assessed ahead of the game. Likelihood is, if he is available, he'll only make the bench anyway. Takehiro Tomiyasu has returned to training. Plenty of videos and pictures of him on Arsenal YouTube and Twitter. Again, very similar scenario. He'll be assessed ahead of the game. Personally, I think he will be fit and ready to go. Brentford, on the other hand, have 5 down as potentially unavailable for the game. Ivan Toney is one of them. However, he will be assessed ahead of the game, and he is expected to return for this Arsenal fixture. However, other notable unavailable players potentially are Matthias Jorgensen, Forsu, Julian Yevenir, and potentially Eric Christensen as well. Or Christian Eriksen, should I say. So great story for him. I know he's a former Spurs player, but given what happened in the Euros, it's fantastic to see him playing football again. Whether or not it's against Arsenal this weekend is another question altogether. I think it might come a little bit too early for him to feature in the Arsenal game, but you never know. Stranger things have happened. Now, as you can see on screen as well, I've highlighted who I think will be the key players in this fixture, the most informed players, or, the biggest threats for both teams. Now, Emil Smith-Rowe, I believe, will come in for the suspended Martinelli, and he is Arsenal's top goal scorer in all competitions this season, as well as the Premier League. 20 games played in the Premier League, that's in starts and off the bench, having scored 8 goals and providing 2 assists. Ivan Toney, on the other hand, having played 21 games or making 21 appearances, scoring 6 goals and 2 assists. So good goal scoring and assist records for both players. However, Emil Smith-Rowe's passing accuracy, yes, they play in different positions. He can play through the middle or out wide. He has an 87, nearly 88 completion pass accuracy, which is fantastic. He completes over 62% of his dribbles. Aerially, not too great, only winning 26%, and ground duels around 50-50. Ivan Toney, on the other hand, very much a forward player, playing off the last defender, using his physicality. 56% passing accuracy, Dribble success, only 48%. However, aerially, he wins around 53% of his aerial duels. And if we take ourselves back to the game at the very beginning of the season, absolute physical specimen, gave Ben White a really, really, really tough time. And generally speaking, Brentford are a very, very physical team anyway. Whether or not that will be a positive for Brentford on the day, we'll have to wait and see. Ground duels wise, though, he wins around about 46%. So some great stats there for both players. The big question is, will it be one of these two that are the deciding factor on the day? Arsenal have a number of other threatening players like Saka, for example, Martin Odegaard. So don't be surprised if it isn't Smith Rowe. Same thing with Brentford. You know, Canos has had a really, really good season at wing back, and Mbemo as well is also having a very, very good season for Brentford. So a number of different players for both sides worth keeping an eye on. So up next, this is my predicted / preferred lineup. Only 2 changes from our previous game. One of those is a forced change with Smith Rowe coming in at left wing for obvious reasons. I expect Saka, Odegaard, Lacazette, Xhaka, Partey to all keep their places in midfield and in an attacking sense. Yes, we could make changes with the likes of Pepe, for example, or even Zambi coming in, but I think it's absolutely vital, with Arteta quoting that every game until the end of the season is effectively a mini cup final. Along the back, Ramsdale will obviously start along with Tierney, Gabriel and White, although Holden had a fantastic game when coming on for just 19 minutes against Wolves. Unless there's a suspension or an injury or even a fitness concern, I don't expect there being any changes at the back. And I'm also hoping that with Tomiyasu being pictured in training and Arteta saying last week that he has been participating and working hard, that we can see Tomiyasu return in this Brentford game, even if it's only to get 60 minutes so that he is available for that all-important game midweek against Wolves. Again, Cedric had a fantastic game against Wolves in the previous game. So if Tomiyasu isn't available for whatever reason, if Arteta doesn't want to risk him just yet, I'd expect Cedric to be in at right back. But this is my preferred 11. Fingers crossed they are all available. And the Smith, as we refer to him now, is not a bad player to come in for the suspended Martinelli. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Is this the lineup you want to see for the Brentford game, or would you make changes? So finally, before we wrap things up for today, I want to give you my score prediction. And it would have been fantastic if you could also let me know your score predictions down in the comments below. I'm going to go really, really confident on this one. And I'm going to say that Arsenal will win 2-0. We're going to keep another clean sheet. And hopefully we can get revenge after what was a really, really, really hard game to watch and take at the beginning of the season. And any predictions down in the comments, right or wrong, will feature in my Arsenal Analysed series, which I will bring you on Sunday as opposed to Saturday, because I will be heading over to watch the game at the Emirates on Saturday. So keep an eye out for that on Sunday evening. And apologies to anyone who was looking forward to the very first podcast on the channel, the Arsenal Detox podcast. It may come this weekend. It may come next weekend. I'm still fine-tuning a few bits and lining up some fantastic guests for you to speak all Arsenal, whether it be games, whether it be news, just absolutely anything surrounding Arsenal. But as I said, get your predictions down in the comments. If you have enjoyed today's video, please do drop a like, subscribe if you are new around here, and hopefully on Sunday, when I speak to you guys again next, it will be with another 3 points in the bag. But for now, I'm JC. Stay safe and take care.